Hey, what's up everybody? This is Joshua Casper. I'm here with Audiomodern, and today I'm going to walk you through their new Riffer plugin. This is a really great device for generating random but awesome riffs or melodies for your music. All you need to do is click this little die to get a random result. And you'll see it sounds great each and every time. Now, we do have a lot of control over the generative process, and that's what I'm going to show you today, how to start using this to your advantage. So here at the top, we do have a tempo slider. This is not available when you're using it inside of your host DAW. When you're inside of your host, it's just going to sync to the host's DAW. This is for the iPad users that have it just as a standalone. You'll be able to adjust the BPM there. There's also a fine tune right here if you want to make incremental changes to the BPM. There's an undo button, which is just going to undo recent changes, just like any other undo button. A panic button is there just in case there's a MIDI mishap and the MIDI gets stuck and you're just getting a tone that's going out of control. Just hit that panic button and it'll reset for you. There's also a way to save certain presets and load certain presets right here. Here we can choose the scale. I believe there are over 50 different types of scales, so you got plenty to choose from inside of here. If we just come in and choose something like, say, harmonic minor, you'll see that notes have changed inside of the program. We can also choose which scale itself is on. So let's go G. Hit the random button. Very cool. While I have two notes that are connected right here, this is going to come over here to tie notes. And this way it's going to go da 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 instead of da 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 da. You see that if I turn it off? Very cool. Just wanted to point that out while I have two notes that are joined. This right here is going to say how many steps are actually loaded inside of the sequence. So I've got a 16-step grid here, and each of the steps are being populated by the randomizer. If I want to only load up 10, just switch it to 10, hit the die again, you'll see that some of them are grayed out, and that just means those won't be triggered. Very, very cool. This button right here is an infinity control, and if you turn that on and then let the melody play, it's going to change each and every time it goes past the grid here. So essentially, Riffer just made a 4-bar melody for us. If we're recording that MIDI or that audio into our DAW, we'd have that and be ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off for now. Whenever we hit randomize, we're randomizing the pitch, the duration of the note, and the volume of that note. And you can switch through those different views here by just clicking the title. So if I hit the random, you'll see that the volume's random. If I hit the random, you'll see that the duration is random. We can also move them all at the same time by clicking and dragging the slider below them. Or again, randomizing. If we want to lock any of these, like let's say I want this to be like this, I want the duration of the notes to always happen like that. While the menu is highlighted, I just got to click the lock button. And as I hit random, you'll see that the notes are changing, the volume is changing, but the duration is staying the same, and that's because I have it locked down. That's the same way with the volume. You can come in and make some changes, and then if you randomize everything, the duration will change if you've unlocked it, and the pitch will change, but the volume will stay the same. Very helpful to know about. Moving over to this side, we can choose the quantization of the steps. We can go whole notes down to 64th triplets, which is going to be super fast. All right, well, whole notes are pretty slow. So those aren't going to trigger because they're all the way down there. But if we wanted to turn them on, so when you have it on these longer ones, the duration is really going to make a difference there. We also have a shuffle amount. This is just going to be the global shuffle amount. The shift mode, if you turn it on, is going to add a human element to it. Let's go ahead and turn this back to 16s. You can see that they're not being quantized right when it's supposed to happen. It's really bouncing all over the place. That's just going to help add that human feel. Motion, we can go forward, which is what's happening now. We can go backward, which is going to go from right to left. Or we can actually ping pong, which is going to go left to right, right to left. We can control how many steps are inside of the sequence right here. Very straightforward. And how long the loop length is. Again, very straightforward. The highlighted part is what is going to be looped. Go ahead, drop that back up to 16. We do have some quick controls to go up or down 1 octave or 2 octaves. So right now I'm on C3 to B3. Now I'm on C4 to B4. And up even higher. Down. Now you can actually use this grid to your advantage because Riffer will generate only what is being shown inside of this grid. So if I want to move up or down, I can click right here and you'll see that it's moved up, and now if I hit the randomize button, it's only going to load notes on the steps that are shown on this grid. We can actually zoom out, and go 2 octaves and then hit the randomizer, and then the notes will be spread out over 2 octaves instead of 1. So that's very, very helpful to use the grid in that way. And you can even shift the notes over to the left or the right or up and down by using these up and down arrows or the left and right arrows as well. You can also export the MIDI. Let's say I like that. All I need to do is click and drag it right inside Ableton Live, and I've got it. The sustain button right here, which enables pause notes to be played as sustained notes. So anyway, that's a very quick overview of all the parameters inside of Riffer by Audiomodern. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'm Joshua Kasper. Happy producing.